My child, listen carefully and let your heart become still before me. Do not let fear speak louder than my voice. Do not let terror write a story in your mind before you have come into my presence. I know what has disturbed your spirit. I know the heaviness that suddenly fell on you. I know the thoughts that began racing through your mind, the dread that tried to wrap itself around your chest, and the feeling that something dark was moving against you. But hear me clearly, I am not the author of confusion, and I do not call my children to live in panic. When danger rises, I call you first to me, then to wisdom, then to courage. I do not lead you by hysteria. I lead you by truth, by discernment, and by my peace that remains steady even in the middle of a storm. There are moments in life when the soul senses that something is wrong, and those moments must not be ignored. But there is a difference between discernment and fear. Discernment brings you into prayer, clarity, sobriety, and wise action. Fear drives you into chaos, accusations, torment, and impulsive decisions. My child, you must learn the difference. The enemy loves to take a small shadow and make it appear as an entire night. He loves to take uncertainty and turn it into torment. He loves to whisper possibilities until they sound like facts. But I am calling you now to stand still before me so that truth can rise above noise. Do not assume every troubling feeling is a full revelation. Bring every feeling, every suspicion, every alarm, every burden into my light, and I will show you how to walk. I am the God who protects, but I am also the God who instructs. I do not only comfort my children with promises, I also guide them with wisdom. If something has stirred your spirit, do not laugh it off, but do not build an altar to fear either. Come to me, pray, watch, be alert, take practical steps. Strengthen your boundaries, reach out to trustworthy people, refuse isolation. If something feels unsafe, move towards safety. If something needs to be reported, report it. If you need help, ask for help. This is not a lack of faith. Wisdom is not unbelief. Caution is not surrender. Sometimes faith looks like prayer on your lips and wise action in your feet. Sometimes faith looks like trusting me enough to move out of danger instead of pretending danger does not exist. My child, many people have suffered because they confused spiritual language with spiritual maturity. They spoke dramatic words, but they did not walk in wisdom. They declared victory, but ignored warnings. They claimed faith, but refused counsel. I am not calling you to recklessness. I am calling you to discernment guided by my spirit. When I protect, I can do it in miraculous ways, but I can also do it through a door you choose not to open, a place you decide not to go, a message you save, a person you tell, a report you make, a boundary you set, and a moment of restraint when fear tries to take over your mind. Do not separate my protection from my instruction. I can guard you supernaturally, and I can lead you practically. Both are holy when they come from me. You must also understand this. Not every relationship that looks destined is healthy, and not every strong emotional bond is sent by heaven. Many have called someone soulmate, when in truth they were deeply attached, emotionally entangled, spiritually confused, or bonded through pain rather than peace. My child, I do not send love that destroys your stability, manipulates your mind, or threatens your safety. What comes from me may stretch you, but it will not make darkness your daily atmosphere. It will not train you to live in dread. It will not demand that you abandon wisdom in order to preserve an illusion. If a relationship has become a place of fear, confusion, control, intimidation, obsession, or hidden unrest, do not worship the title you gave it. Bring the reality of it before me. Many are more loyal to a fantasy than to the truth I am trying to reveal. I know how hard this is for you because the heart does not release easily what it has named precious. You may have prayed over this connection, dreamed about it, defended it, waited for it, and imagined your future around it. That is why truth can feel so painful when it begins to expose what was hidden beneath the surface. But hear me, I would rather wound an illusion than let it destroy your peace. I would rather interrupt a false hope than allow it to lead you into deeper harm. I would rather pull you out of a dangerous attachment than leave you in something you keep calling love while it quietly drains your life. You must stop measuring a connection only by intensity. Intensity is not always purity. Obsession is not devotion. Possession is not covenant. Turmoil is not depth. Real love does not require you to betray your God-given sense of safety. If you are afraid, come closer to me, not farther. Fear often tempts the soul to scatter. It pulls your focus in 10 directions at once. It fills your imagination with the worst possibilities. It makes you listen to every inner tremor as if it were final truth. but I am calling you to gather yourself in my presence. Slow down, breathe, pray. Let your mind come under my authority. Let your thoughts be examined by truth. Let your body come out of panic. I am not asking you to deny that something may be wrong. I am asking you not to surrender your mind before truth is established. Your mind is not meant to be a battlefield ruled by every terrifying possibility. It is meant to be renewed, guarded, and anchored in me. My child, when fear rises, you must do what many refuse to do, separate revelation from interpretation. Perhaps you sense pressure, perhaps you feel unsafe, perhaps your spirit feels unsettled. These things matter, but you must not rush to attach names, motives, and conclusions unless truth is made clear. If there is evidence, deal with evidence. If there is danger, respond to danger. If there is uncertainty, seek wisdom. But do not let your mind become a courtroom where you convict others without clarity. This is how torment multiplies. This is how peace disappears. This is how the enemy gains ground, not always through visible attack, but through confusion, assumption, and inner collapse. Be sober, be prayerful, be wise. Let me lead you one step at a time. I want you to know that my protection over your life is not fragile. It is not weak. It is not dependent on your ability to predict every threat. I see what you do not see. I know what you do not know. I can interrupt what you never detected. I can expose what was hidden. I can block what was aimed at you. I can move hearts, close roads, shift timings, send help, awaken discernment, and dismantle traps before they ever reach you. There are dangers from which I have already preserved you, and you do not even know how near they came. There are conversations I prevented from turning worse. There are intentions I frustrated. There are plans I broke apart. There are moments when I kept you from being in the wrong place at the wrong time. Never mistake your ignorance of a threat for the absence of my protection. I have been a shield around you more times than you can count. Yet, my child, my protection does not excuse passivity. I am calling you to come out of denial. If you have ignored red flags because you wanted a relationship to work, stop. If you have explained away harmful behavior because you were afraid to lose someone, stop. If you have minimized your discomfort because you feared being called dramatic, stop. If you have remained silent about something serious because you wanted peace at any cost, stop. False peace is expensive. Silence can become an agreement with what should be exposed. Wisdom requires honesty. Safety requires courage. Healing requires truth. Stop covering what I am trying to uncover. I also need you to hear this deeply. You do not need to prove your spirituality by enduring what should be confronted. Some people think holiness means staying quiet while being harmed. Some think being loving means having no boundaries. Some think forgiveness means refusing to protect themselves. But I am a God of love and truth. I am compassionate and I am just. I can tell you to forgive and still tell you to leave. I can tell you to pray and still tell you to report. I can tell you to release bitterness and still tell you not to return to danger. Forgiveness is not foolishness. Mercy is not self-betrayal. Compassion is not the same as remaining available to harm. The enemy wants you either numb or frantic. If he cannot make you ignore danger, he will try to drown you in dread. If he cannot keep you asleep, he will try to make you unstable. But I am calling you into a holy middle place, awake but not panicked, alert but not tormented, prayerful but not paranoid, wise but not frozen. This is spiritual maturity. This is strength. This is what it means to let my spirit govern your reactions. I do not need you screaming to prove that darkness is real. I need you listening so that you can obey clearly. I do not need you collapsing under fear to show that the battle matters. I need you standing in truth so the battle does not consume you. There may indeed be spiritual warfare around you. There may be jealousy, hostility, deception, manipulation, or hidden malice at work in places you did not expect. The world contains darkness, and I do not hide that from my children. But darkness is never ultimate where I am enthroned. Evil may make plans, but it is not sovereign. Human hearts may scheme, but they are not greater than my authority. Hidden motives may exist, but they cannot outrun my sight. What matters now is that you bring everything back under my rule. Stop magnifying the threat until it looks bigger than the God who keeps you. Yes, take danger seriously. Yes, make safe choices. Yes, pay attention, but do not enthrone fear in your imagination. Let me remain the highest voice over your life. My child, if this message has found you in a moment of trembling, then let it also become a call to return fully to me, not just to my help, but to my heart. Many want my protection, but not my rule. Many want my rescue, but not my correction. Many want peace, but continue entertaining what keeps disturbing their soul. I am calling you deeper. Come out of compromise. Come out of confusion. Come out of emotional bondage. Come out of spiritual passivity. Come out of the habit of excusing what wounds you. Let this be the hour where you stop merely surviving and start obeying. Let this be the moment where your fear becomes a doorway into deeper surrender, deeper wisdom, and deeper freedom. I'm also healing the part of you that keeps confusing danger with destiny. Some of your wounds made chaos feel familiar. Some of your loneliness made intensity feel like love. Some of your unmet needs made unhealthy attachment feel sacred simply because it was strong. But I am retraining your soul. I am teaching you that peace is not emptiness. Stability is not boredom. Safety is not lack of passion. Real love does not need menace to feel deep. Real connection does not require dread to feel important. The more I heal you, the more clearly you will recognize what is from me and what only pretended to be. Do not be ashamed if you now see things you once missed. Growth often feels like grief because you are losing your old way of interpreting life. Maturity can be painful because it requires you to name things honestly. There is no condemnation in coming awake. There is grace for the moment you realize you should have listened sooner. There is mercy for the times you ignored your own discomfort. There is healing for the parts of you that stayed too long in what was wrong. I do not speak these things to crush you. I speak them to free you. Shame says, you should have known. Grace says, now you see, walk differently. Shame locks the door. Grace opens it and tells you to come out. And now hear me clearly, your life is precious. Your safety matters, your peace matters, your mind matters, your future matters. Do not hand these things over to confusion, to fear, to an unhealthy bond, or to the pressure to appear calm when your soul is signaling concern. If something is truly wrong, confront it with prayer, wisdom, support, and proper action. If something is uncertain, do not fill the gaps with terror. Wait for clarity, seek counsel, stay protected, refuse isolation. Remain in the light. Let trusted people know where you are. Let your steps be ordered, not impulsive. Let your choices be guarded, not careless. For I, the Lord, am not absent in this hour. I am near to the trembling heart. I am strong for the one whose strength feels thin. I am light for the one surrounded by dark thoughts. I am wisdom for the one who does not know what to do next. I am shelter for the one who feels exposed. I am truth for the one overwhelmed by frightening possibilities. I am still your defender. I am still your refuge. I am still the one who can expose lies, dismantle traps, and lead you safely through what you do not yet understand. Do not bow to fear. Do not worship suspicion. Do not surrender your peace. Come to me and let me teach you how to move in courage. So rise now, not in panic, but in prayer. Rise not in accusation, but in discernment. Rise not in chaos, but in wisdom. Rise not with a mind possessed by fear, but with a spirit anchored in me. If you need to leave, leave. If you need to call, call. If you need to tell someone, tell them. If you need protection, seek it. If you need evidence preserved, preserve it. If you need help, receive it. I do not despise practical obedience, I bless it. And as you obey, let your heart remain under my covering. Let your lips keep praying. Let your thoughts return to truth. Let your soul refuse agreement with terror. What was meant to shake you will not own you. What tried to grip your mind will not define you. What rose against your peace will not have the final word. I am still God. I am still present. I am still able. I am still speaking. And I am telling you now, choose wisdom, choose truth, choose safety, choose prayer, and choose peace. I will be with you in every step you take in the light.